Hey, this is Big Papa Pump Scott's Diner.
Yes, it is me, Gerald the Poupée.
Hey, this is Joe Gatto.
Well, hello there. It's me, Harold the Puppet.
This is Eric Young.
This is Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Ardano, and you are listening to Shootin' Poop.
The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 50, the Shootin Shit Boys anniversary show. If you listened last week, we blew up this show. It's going to be something special. We've got a little bit of surprises throughout the show for each other, just to really dig in deep that it is the anniversary. It's a year of us doing this with all three of us crazy guys. You know, the premier Joey K, the one and only DDJ, and myself, the hot one, Jovanni Too Hotty. And man, 50 weeks, gentlemen. We've made it longer than a lot of cut rate promotion wrestling shows that start in people's backyards. Anyways, it's a Shootin Shit, episode 50, our 1 year anniversary. We're celebrating now.
Let's celebrate your special day. Wishing you the very best. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
Man.
If you guys could have only seen what was going on our cameras while that was playing, Jovanni looked like he was about ready to spit all over his screen.
It was such a bad time to take a drink of water. Oh, I still feel like I have some on my nose. It got really close there, gentlemen.
Oh, I hate that when that happens.
Oh, it was so good, and I didn't even know that was going to pop up. And after I said we celebrate now, this damn happy anniversary, I lost it.
Yeah, just for the record, guys, this was the first time that Jovan and Joey K saw that intro.
Oh, well, let's intro with something strong, man. What are we going to hit first? I want to hit something before we get into all the fun.
Well, let's start with what people are seemingly talking about all over the internet and everywhere you go. Let's talk about what happened Wednesday night in that unification match.
Ah, for fuck's sake!
Oh boy,
here we go.
We're on our 1 year anniversary show. We're not even 2 minutes in, and we've already triggered Joey K.
But we're talking about CM Dump. So go ahead, Joey K. Give it to him.
Man. All right. I knew there was a fucking problem as soon as that went off at the 9 o'clock hour. I was like, oh, we're in danger. We are in danger. Did I expect it to be an absolute squash match in 3 minutes? No.
I don't think anybody did.
I don't think anybody did, and that was just for pure shock. But it depends where it goes. I'm actually going to be nice and hold judgment to see where this plays out to and goes. Obviously, I think everybody should be in the understanding that the injury is kayfabe. He wouldn't have been in a match if he was still really hurt. Not to mention, whether it's AEW, WWE, any promotion, nobody goes to camera cuts to somebody being helped out of the arena when they're legitimately hurt. That's always something that's kept off camera. It's always something that they don't, they don't want to show that. The recent example is Big E. I mean, they did play on his injury because it was very obvious he was hurt on camera. But what I say is this: go back and watch that match when he got dropped onto his neck, they didn't film that. They replayed it after the fact when everybody knew he was okay and he was going to make it, and they let the curtain peel back a little bit. But the thing with Punk, they were filming him getting helped up the ramp. That's not the case whenever somebody's legitimately hurt. Also, Mox attacked his foot, the hurt foot. So there's some signs that it's kayfabe. It's not legit. My problem, though, is where do we go now? If the dirt sheets are to believe, we're getting Punk Mox at All Out still, but we're only one Dynamite and Rampage now away from that.
Yep.
So what's the build? Like, if this happened 3 weeks ago, that's a different story. But we're a week out, a week and a day out from All Out. So what was the point? Other than, the man who has the most coke in Jacksonville just probably just fuck it. Just fucking squash him. Fucking squash him. We're still running that All Out. I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's how I interpreted Dynamite. I mean, am I alone in that? I don't know.
I mean, if you believe the stuff that's out there, it was actually Moxley's idea, man. And I mean, it was in Ohio, his home state, so I could kind of see a little bit of truth in there. He wants the hometown pop. I know they wanted to really sell out that event, and they put the title on there to get those people in there, and you get a shot pop of everybody that's going to be a pure John Moxley fan club. And now you go to Chicago, which is a pure Punk town. But my thing is, if you put on this match, is anybody going to care?
It's just if I think they would care more if the match didn't go down the way that it did, where it's basically a squash. Because how do you because how do you base, like Joey K said, we have one more Dynamite and one more Rampage to go before we hit All Out and stuff. And as always, guys, we've said it on the show many times. Jovanni and I will be at All Out. I'll be at Dynamite and Rampage as well too. So guys, like we always say, if you see us, beer us. Wednesday was a shit show a day for me too. You guys both know why. Excuse me. And my bank account knows why. Between my wife and I, we dropped about $1,600 that day due to various issues and stuff. But I watched Dynamite on my iPhone because at the time we didn't have power till right before the show ended. And I remember sitting there in my dark living room, wetting my what's off because we still didn't our air wasn't turned on, and watching it. And I'm just like, whoa. And because, like I said before, none of us expected that what happened was going to happen. I mean, if anybody says, oh yeah, I knew that's what was going to happen, that person's a dirty liar. But just like for me, it's just, I don't know how you can run this match back again, even with it being in Chicago. I mean, that's really the only way, the only saving grace for this match as it is that it's going to be in Chicago, because I think if this is being held anywhere else, you're not running this match back after what happened. But
now, and here's my thing, because I'm thinking of the last squash like this that AEW pulled was Brody Lee and Cody.
I was just thinking that too.
And the return match was the dog collar match. It was something unbelievably insane, but they built into it for like weeks.
I was going to say that's the big difference between that and Punk and Mox is they built that up for weeks, whereas we only have basically from the time that match happens to the pay-per-view a week and a half. So we're not going to get anywhere close to that type of build.
But that also could be because Punk's legitimate injury and he wasn't cleared in time. So they are rushing it.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to pull off a quick build off of it,
But see, and this is something I think Jovanni and I talked about in last week's episode and stuff, because with this, we recorded right after, a day or two, I think after the match was announced for Dynamite, and we were talking about like, where do we go after this match? And I mean, I think both of us were in agreement that you really can't do the match over again. And I don't see how they're going to be able to pull it off, as is. But I mean, Tony Khan, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here and stuff. And because, he's given us a lot of memorable moments. I mean, I think if anybody can do it, it's him. I just feel like that something more needs to happen with this. And like what Joey K said in terms of, his thoughts on the match, he kind of wants to see how it plays out before passing final judgment, which is kind of the mindset I have as well. I want to see where this goes. I mean, will we get Punk versus Mox? I mean, do we get, them? Do they maybe insert someone else into the match, or do we wait and get this person appearing after the match? Who knows? Like I said, the only person I think that they could insert into this situation that I think that'll get a positive reaction from the crowd is if the things with MJF work out and he gets brought back. I feel like he's the only one.
I that 100% agree. I mean, if the title goes back on Punk, it's for the MJF feud. The problem is if they keep the title on Mox, like why? There's been nothing between Mox and MJF. Do you know what I'm saying? Other than MJF against AEW in general.
Well, they had Mox versus Punk. What was that? 2 years ago at All Out?
Yeah, when MJF did the whole anti-Mox campaign.
Campaign We Deserve Better. I actually still have my MJF 2020 yard sign hanging up in my basement. So
true, but that was 2 years ago. The more fresh feud is the Punk MJF feud.
Agreed. 100% agree there.
So I love both of you guys trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I have at times been called an AEW stan, a homer, a mark, which I am. Admittedly, I spend more money on AEW merchandise, shows, general apparel, autographs than I do the WWE. But I'm going to come out and say that I'm not going to wait to see how this plays off. To me, this was very stupid, very erratic booking. This is the kind of thing that points to what a lot of people are saying about Tony is he needs somebody there helping him. He needs to have another voice over there besides just him. Because he doesn't need rehab. Let's not go that far. That's not nice. But how do you think this is a good idea 2 weeks prior to your big show where you're trying to sell out the Now Arena? And mind you, ticket sales for All Out went for sale, and there was not a card announced, and it's still pretty much sold out. But to get the last minute buy rate, the last minute tickets, you need a good card. And the card is starting to come together, but what's going to close the show out? You've already screwed the main event. I mean, I don't see anything else that's feasible. Moxley doesn't have any other real storylines with anybody else that's not named Eddie Kingston, who surprisingly, just came off of suspension. I doubt they'll put him in a world title match. He's not even getting the match with Sammy Guevara anymore. So, I mean, where do you take Moxley from here? Do you bring in a guy from New Japan? Maybe have somebody challenge him for the title in New Japan. I don't know. For me, I think that'll be a little played out. I don't know if they had the foresight to think of, hey, we're 2 weeks out. Maybe we could get somebody here quarantined and ready to go. And then even at that, who would you want to see from New Japan not named the Ace that they've already done? So I don't know. To me, it's all roads lead to nowhere. It feels like a very WWE booking, which we always criticize, and I'm going to have to say it. I don't see this as being salvageable. We're going to get a Moxley run now that it's just not going to feel like he did anything. I feel like a couple of weeks down the road, we're going to be killing this run the same way we did Hangman Page.
And you talk about, the card starting to shape up for, the show next week. I think about what the card is shaping up to be for this year versus what we got last year, and it just feels like I'm always the glass half full, cautiously, optimistic. I'm the positive guy, the glass half full. All that cliche stuff. But it just, to me, it just feels like that. While I think the matches that we're getting aren't going to disappoint, and I think there are some really good ones for this, and we're going to probably talk more about that on next week's show when we preview All Out as well as Clash at the Castle. But I mean, I just feel like that. Jovanni and I were at last year's All Out as well too, and pretty much, to me, that's, I think, the best AEW pay-per-view they've done since they started doing, since AEW started, because there was so much big time stuff that happened, but it just feels like this one here is just kind of, it's not even coming close to what last year's was. But I mean, I'm still going to show. I'm still looking forward to having fun, hanging out with Jovan and some of my other guys and stuff, Well, we know Joey K will be there with us in spirit, probably complaining about everything and stuff. So,
fucking 100%.
But
hey,
no,
you know what? You said something here. I'm gonna ask you guys this. I want to go back a little bit. Something you just said, DDJ. Every All Out card so far has had fairly big builds to it, with the exception of this one. The first thought I had, we said something earlier, is lightning doesn't strike twice. And the problem with lightning not striking twice is this. Didn't they just do this with Forbidden Door, where we really didn't have a card that was built at that point for, up until like the last 2 weeks before the show.
Right, when it really started taking shape.
But we all agreed it's one of the best shows that we've had all year.
Oh man, easily my show of the year so far.
So it's hard not to be like optimistic that the show is going to turn out really well. But how many, lightning doesn't strike twice, and they really knocked it out of the park with Forbidden Door. I don't know how they're going to do All Out though with no build. We just talked about the main event has no build. We haven't touched yet, but we're going to the Thunder Rosa situation. So now we're going to have a new AEW women's interim champ or whatever. Fuck it, who cares? We're having a new AEW women's champ. Okay.
Teeny hater.
Right. We're not going to know the trios finals until
after Rampage next week.
Rampage, which is live.
Literally 2 days prior to the event. So like Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, we'll know who's going to All Out there.
Best friends.
Oh, shut up. It's the best friends.
So
I hope you're joking.
I'm dead serious. I think they're going to be it All Out
against the Elite.
Yep.
We just got on Wednesday night the tag team title match sorted of who that's going to be. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but so there's that just happened, and we're talking 10 days, 11 days prior to the show. We finally just got to, and it was a backstage segment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys are good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Like, I love the Acclaimed. I do, but that was probably the weakest I've seen the Acclaim in a long time.
Because it was over-scripted for him.
Yeah. So, you have that. What else do we have?
Obviously, versus Jungle Boy.
The Christian Jungle Boy is the only one that has any real build alongside the Motor City Machine Guns and FTR.
Which that's going to be great. I'm
looking forward to that too.
Oh, and then we also got Jericho versus Danielson.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, another match just announced this past Wednesday night. They have done so little in I feel like so little in preparation for this card. And let's call it what it is. At this point, All Out is AEW's WrestleMania. And look, I'll take an argument that Double or Nothing is, but to me, All Out is WrestleMania for AEW.
Yeah.
And we all know with WWE, Mania gets booked out like a year in advance. They know where the stories are going to go. You know, it was written notorious like that for years and years. AEW doesn't feel like that at all. It really feels like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that.
We fall into long-term booking with AEW because of the start stops and all the feuds, and they're like, oh yeah, this was something real hot like a year ago, and now they're picking it back up, and the story has been lingering. And sometimes you're struggling to connect the dots because you want it to be there, but sometimes it's not. Like on this card here, you can say that, yeah, since the inception of the JAS, they've been building a Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho because of Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia, they wanted to have him in the BCC first. He was one of the first names they picked. So that's long-term storytelling. No, that's lucky. What you got was lucky that storyline continued and continued to where 10 days out, you could say we've got the GOAT Chris Jericho going against the American Dragon Bryan Danielson. And everybody's like, oh shit, it's long-term. No, it's not. That's luck. Because they're literally booking this thing by the seat of their pants. Like, honestly, if we didn't have sweet tickets to the show, I probably wouldn't waste my time going to Chicago. But I'm going to do it because I want to see my boy DDJ and GCW's putting on a hell of a card. So, I mean, I'm going more for the damn Art of Warfare than I am All Out right now.
And that's the thing that I'm really starting to like about, and we'll get back. I'm going to go a little off track here. That's kind of the thing I like about what this weekend, All Out weekend, is becoming. You mentioned how like All Out is basically AEW's WrestleMania, and WrestleMania weekend, you have all these promotions booking all these shows in the same vicinity of wherever WrestleMania is, and we're starting to see that with All Out because, I mean, you got GCW, you got all these other indie shows that are going to be running, like Freelance Wrestling's running shows, and it's really great because everybody comes together. Like we said, you know,
Gross.
Yeah, Jovan's going to be there with, you know, me. You know, we can be hanging with my boys Patrick and Sean and Brandon and his girl and Jackie. You know, shout out to my guy Clifford Frazier for hooking us up to get us in the suite so we can all hang out together and stuff. Yep. And it's a really cool experience. But I mean, kind of going
seeing
back,
Ty at GCW.
Yeah, hanging with Ty, which to all our shooters out there, man, Ty's a unique individual, but he's really cool.
He went famous, dude. He went viral almost with this whole Sasha Banks and Naomi photo issue, because every mark you saw talking about Naomi was fine with fans having close to her. Everybody was using his photo. I sent him his photo like from 15 different posts from 15 different people talking about Naomi was fine. Look at this dude, and it's Ty. But before we keep going, gentlemen, we've mentioned Game Changer Wrestling just a little bit just now. We're talking about the Second City Summit that's also going on during All Out weekend. With GCW in mind, I have a surprise.
Oh,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Red light on, baby. Old Mitchell's here. I'm doing the cameos. I've had my drinks for the day. I fought people up and down the street. I got in a whole bunch of trouble. I busted out windows. I went through glass. Eye pokes, knee pad up, knee pad down, dramatic pause. Everything. It's been a wild day. This one right here is Jovanni. It's Old Mitchell. It says right here you've had a pro wrestling podcast, and it's called Shootin Shit. I love it already. Shootin Shit is an amazing name. I'm shooting shit all the time. Out there just shooting the shit, shooting the breeze, beating people up. But anywho, Shootin the Shit is your podcast. It's my cats. Hey, calm down, y'all. I'm doing a cameo. My cats are fighting. Shootin the Shit is a podcast you've been doing for 1 year. This is a 1 year anniversary. So I want to say happy anniversary. Keep the show going. I hope y'all doing episodes every single week. I hope y'all hitting the pay window. I hope y'all getting all the ratings. I hope y'all people, the ratings are going through the sky. But anyways, I hope y'all having a good one. Hit that pay window. Say some words here for the show. So here's the host, DDJ, the premier Joey K, and the hot one. Y'all got to get the juicy one on there, Hoovy. And then y'all can get wild. But anyways, since thanks GCW, I want to say thank y'all. If y'all cover GC Dub on there, thank y'all again. Keep on spreading the good word. A GC Dub Game Changer Wrestling, baby. But once again, I just want to say happy anniversary, 1 year anniversary. Shooting this shit. My cat about to jump on me. She eyeballing me from right. Don't you hop on me while I'm on here. But once again, happy anniversary. Y'all keep on making them episodes. Y'all keep on getting in trouble. Y'all keep on hitting the pay window. Y'all keep on doing what you're doing. Jovanni. Once again, baby, DDJ, the Premier Joey K, and the Hot One. Thank y'all. Have a good one. Happy anniversary. Stay out of trouble. Don't beat no one else. Don't beat no one up unless they got to come, big dog. Remember, eye poke if you got to. From Old Messer, my cats, Hell in the Spaghetti. Keep on hitting the pay window, big dog.
That was fucking great. Oh man. I
think the
love
only
it.
cameo I've seen, like on one of the shows that we're on, because we're all on the Johners Podcasting Network. I think the only one that comes close to topping this is the one that that Nick Gage did for our boys at Good Shoot, or comes close to topping. But man, that was awesome, and
that was great.
And we're all, like I said, this is going to be my first GCW show. Jovanni went last year. Joey K, have you ever gone to a GCW show?
I haven't. I'm stuck watching them on fucking Fight TV starting 45 minutes late.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I definitely think, Jovanni, when we go to the show, we got to seek out Mance Warner.
Oh, yeah. He's part of the big pay-per-view. I'm hoping he'll do something at the normally when you get there early, they have some people set up. I'm hoping he's out there.
Yeah, and my buddy Sean, who's going to be with us, he's a huge Mance Warner fan. So hopefully, that way he's going to get a kick out of seeing this. But hopefully, like I said, we get a chance to thank him in person for that, because that was a hell of a video.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk off air on who didn't give a hell of a video and did not get thrown into the anniversary celebrations. But old Manser came through, and it was like a tale of two cameos. And I mean, Manser was the cheaper of the two, so it kind of pissed me off a bit, but he killed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, we'll talk afterwards.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to bury the talent.
Can't bury the talent.
Nope.
But we're gonna talk about that because now I want to know.
So, but one of the things I do want to say though, before we go into the Thunder Rosa stuff, is even though Punk versus Mox was not the main event, I think I really like the fact that they booked the tournament match for the trios titles as the main event, because I think they're really trying to stress the importance of these titles. And let's not kid anybody. That match was a absolute banger.
5 stars for Meltzer.
I can't argue against that.
He called it the best trios match AEW has put on.
I did see that.
I mean, there's not a huge catalog to go on.
Exactly.
But I'll agree with that statement. I'll say this. I'm old school. That main title match always needs to be the main event. Obviously, we didn't get that on Wednesday night. We got a squash. We got a 3-minute squash at the 9 o'clock hour. But I had doubts of that match being the main event and them getting 20 plus minutes. By the end of it, I was like, I stand corrected. That was a great match. That was a perfect match for those 6 to be in.
Yeah. And then you've got big match freaking energy with Will Ospreay, dude. He is honestly one of the best wrestlers alive right now.
And
absolutely,
if I recall, a few weeks ago when we were talking about the brackets, do I deserve a hey, we're sorry, Joey K. You were right. I think I do. You
were right about what?
I recall that I was the one who said Kenny is going to be the mystery partner, and we're going to get Kenny versus Ospreay in this tournament, which we will now have this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. So
That's the okay of a man who's ready to backpedal. Go for it. Give it to me.
I'm not. First off, I'm not. I will admit, I was wrong. I thought it'd be. I thought they'd throw us a curveball and it would be someone like Kota Ibushi. But you know what? When I'm wrong, I'm proud to admit it. And in this case, I was wrong. And I'm going to go officially on the record. And I'd like to apologize to Joey K for criticizing his take on Kenny Omega. So here we go, Joey K.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think there's something wrong with my mic here. Let me try to see if I can fix it again. I think I got it.
I'll wait.
Did you hear that?
I fucking hate it here. You two are the worst. You two are the absolute drizzling shits co-host. I want you to know that. I'm so furious right now.
Oh, that's
okay.
a visual gag there.
Yeah, but the power of the mic. No, in all seriousness, though, good call, Joey.
Hey, when I saw Ospreay and Aussie Open, that was the logical choice. They've gone back and forth too much. And now, I wasn't here last week. So I'm going to go back and talk about Kenny.
Take your time.
Well, obviously he did. So I don't think he would have a problem with me taking my time on this because I've never felt like when someone comes back from injury, I've never been like, wow, they really rushed back from injury until I watched Kenny Omega try to be Kenny Omega. And he looked like an indie trainee pretending to be Kenny Omega. And that was hard. Was hard to watch.
Do you think, though, that was legit? Or do you think that much like with the stuff with Punk, could it have been all for the story?
Man, I want to say it was for the story, but what are they building to with that? Because obviously you get Ospreay and Aussie Open next. There's no buffer. There's no let's build and, oh man, Kenny doesn't have it. And they didn't build any of that this week, as I saw. They just went right into let's bring Kenny and the Bucks out on stage and have them confront Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. So I don't think that was story. I think that was Kenny trying to be Kenny, but he is not there yet. That was the worst one-winged angel I've ever seen him try to pull. I mean,
even used the rope for assistance.
He Ric Flair last matched.
Oh
wow! His return.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, I almost thought Andrade was going to be out there, being, "Hey, buddy, hey, you alive?"
Andrade's over there. How's this always my job? Hey, man, you good?
I'm like everybody who's just physically dying in the ring right now. Andrade just happens to be there. At some point, someone's going to get suspicious about that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And Kenny, he was wearing a shirt. So there's your Ric Flair vibes all fucking right there all night long.
Okay.
Number two.
Do you think that was them poking? Do you think that was a poking fun at Ric Flair?
I don't know. Judging by how shitty Kenny looked. And look, I don't mean that as like, to be a real hard jab, but you're so used to seeing Kenny Omega do Kenny Omega shit.
Yep. We didn't even get the Terminator because he couldn't pull it out.
No. What the fuck?
Dude, I legitimately saw him start hitting the mat, and I'm like, no, please don't.
Dude, he didn't even have the timing right. Of what the fuck? He was like what? I was like, what is that? That's not the thing. It's come on.
He forgot how to do it.
Forgot how to do it. Like, what the fuck? He's like huffing and he was laying on the fucking apron for a while. I was like, he's Ric Flared it right now. He's gonna fucking die. Flair's like, I'm not the only one. I'm like, apparently
Rick's looking
Omega
at that like, oh, this is normal now.
I mean, was he helicoptering his dick for fucking, like on the plane ride to Japan? What is he doing? I mean,
maybe we should ask Kota
man?
Ibushi.
Oh,
yeah, I went there.
Hard no, pal. Oof.
Hey, man.
But I'm
Golden
sorry.
Lovers,
Look, Kenny versus Ospreay should be amazing. I don't know what we're gonna get because that if we get the Kenny Omega we saw a week ago, it's not worth the price of admission.
So
really is not.
What if? And follow me here because I know All Out's just a stone throw away, and I really want this card to be better. What if by some act of God, something happens to where these two end up in a disqualification, nobody moves on, and we get that Omega Ospreay match at All Out?
I would only hope that Kenny's 100%.
Yeah.
Because Ospreay is going to be as close to 100 as he can be. I mean, I know they were talking about, his schedule. He's wrestled fucking 18 matches in multiple countries in the past, month. Like, okay, I get that. But you watch Will Ospreay on Wednesday night and you're like, he might as well wrestle 30 matches and he's still fucking doing the same shit. Like he's good. I'm not worried about Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
I am worried about Kenny though, because Jesus Christ. And he was picking up Dragon Lee. I mean, that motherfucker's knee high to a duck. Like he's not picking up fucking Mox or Jericho. I mean, he's picking up Dragon Lee, bro. Like, come on, Bubba. Like on a day full of fucking Chipotle. Like, I mean, like he's a $185. I've been next to him. He 205. He's a $185 tops. So, But everybody's like, oh my God, Kenny's back. Oh, Kenny. I'm like, yeah, Kenny's fucking dead. Kenny died.
You bastard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, guys, let's move to Thunder Rosa. We've killed Kenny.
Fuck yeah, we did.
You bastard.
Us bastards.
Hey.
Thunder Rosa comes out
Dead.
AEW Dynamite. Well, in Dynamite, tearfully acknowledging that she is injured. Dirt Sheets first thought that it was bullshit. We've come to find out that no, she legitimately has some issues with her back. She did go out there and come hard at all the Dirt Sheet riders, saying otherwise. Also said that she needs to take care of this because she wants to walk when she's in her 40s. So I understand that completely. When your back's fucked, you need to take care of it. So with that, at All Out, we have Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, going against
Tony
Storm. That's not nice.
I don't care.
Jamie
Who,
Hayter.
by the way, the reports are coming out saying she was set to win the title from Thunder Rosa.
She was set to win the title from Rosa, if you believe the sheets. The next person in there was Jamie Hayter. Yes, okay, I see you. And for some reason, because I guess she wasn't doing anything, Hikaru Shida.
She's just hanging out.
She's just happy to be back from Japan.
Now with more body glitter.
Now with more body glitter, yeah. Now with 10% more. Anyway, what are we thinking on this, guys? The injury, the interim champ status coming again for possibly Toni Storm, who was going to win the belt initially, if you read the sheets. And the update to All Out. What are we on this? It doesn't matter what you think.
No. Well, it matters what I think.
Yeah, you hermaphrodite.
Go.
Hermie?
Shut up there, you popcorn fart.
Off the rails for the anniversary. Go ahead, DDJ. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
But no, kind of going into this, obviously, best wishes to a speedy recovery for Thunder Rosa. And it's just, all these dirt sheet riders, saying that she's actually suspended, or she's pulling a Shawn Michaels and losing her smile. It's just we talk about this a lot, and it just seems like it's becoming more and more of an issue. It's just, to me, I think these dirt sheet writers are, to steal a line from the Young Bucks, they're killing the business, because they feel like they have to say, oh yeah, so and so's heard blah blah blah, or I heard from my inside source, or whatever. Get the fuck out of here. I think 90% of them dirt sheet writers are getting worked, and I think they either don't realize it, or they just don't care because they just want their name out there and they're trying to get themselves over. But kind of going back to the thing with Thunder Rosa, get well. It's it stinks because I know a lot of people were excited to see her wrestle it all out, and defend the title. But it definitely, obviously, is going to present an opportunity for these four ladies, to step up. Obviously, we know, Britt Baker was the one Thunder Rosa defeated to get the title. And actually, the person that Baker defeated to get the titles in the match with Shida. I really hope with this four-way, I'm totally rooting for Jamie Hayter to win. I think I think she's got the stuff to be, someone special down the line. And that I would love to see her. I would love to see her be the female representative in the Blackpool Combat Club. I think she'd be a natural fit there. But I mean, I just want her to be prominently. I think that if she, I don't do I want her to win? Yes. Do I think she's gonna win? I hope so. But I just want this to be like her, that when this match is over with, the announcers are saying and the fans are saying Jamie Hayter has finally arrived.
I understand, DDJ. I also want to see more of Jamie Hayter on my TV screen. Joey K.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a Tony Storm fan, so I don't give two flying fucks. I mean, that this match now has shit break written all over it. I mean, truthfully, yeah, Britt, love Britt. I agree with everything with Jamie Hayter. Jamie, she would be the perfect person for female member of Blackpool. But we're stuck with Tony Storm because that's what they're pushing. Everybody's like, oh, I love Tony Storm. She's so great. I don't see it. I don't fucking see it. It's just me. I don't get it. I'm not a fan. I'm not interested in it. Thunder Rosa, it sucks, but we've said this about plenty of other people. Mm-hmm. These men and women got families. They have, spouses. They have family members. They have kids. You want to kind of take care of your body here. So I understand injury. I'm also kind of over the interim thing. Just take the title off of her. Just take the title off her. Say, hey, look, I love CM Punk, I just, why do we have to have an interim title?
Because they're the alternative. The other channel does the whole vacant champion. We're doing interim champions.
They want to do interim champions because they don't want vacant holding all the gold.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Vacant is undefeated.
Vacant is undefeated. Well, I'll say this on Tony Storm. All right. That hip attack that she does used to have a lot more hip in the WWE. When I was a fan of Tony Storm, I was about to say Thunderstorm. When I was a fan of Tony Storm. Right now, in her AEW run, she hasn't looked like the Tony Storm from NXT UK. She hasn't looked like the Tony Storm that came from the WWE. The Tony Storm that we felt like wasn't being used, that we saw as a future champion, as the one that the crowds were chanting. She's not that Tony Storm. I don't know what happened on the time that she was let go to the time that she started in AEW, but we don't have the same Tony Storm out here wrestling, and that's brutally honest. You could see it in her last match she had with the WWE and any matches that she's done since. It's not the same wrestler.
It's not, and that's my problem. I mentioned that too when she first debuted. I was like, this isn't the same girl. And I said that was an issue with the AEW women's division in a whole. There's a big fucking drop off. There's like one or two people, and there's everybody else. All right, and it's not those types of things where, oh well, somebody can build up, no, it's not. There's a huge divide, and a lot of these styles are just not meshing well. And I think she, in fact, out of probably a lot of people right now, falls into that category.
It's because she works the WWE style. And the thing is, in the WWE, it looked good because she was working with people who know how to make that work. You're doing your big moves to the cam. Everything's looking great when you have a good dance partner. But when you have somebody that doesn't know how to play to the camera, who may not always be at the right spot, you're going to look like she does in 90% of her matches, and that's sloppy. And unfortunately, it's a sign of the division. The women's division needs to get better. They are taking strides to doing that, but my big issue is if you are serious about getting the women's division better, where's Athena? Why is she not focused on? This is a legit wrestler who can go. What is she doing?
So they actually just announced, I don't know if either of you got a chance to catch Rampage. They did announce that she is facing Jade Cargill for the TBS title at All Out.
She's not beating Jade Cargill. That's their Goldberg. She'll get a roll-up win or some bullshit. She's been lost in this Jade Cargill story. That's the spot that they wanted for Chris Statlander, but Chris Statlander got hurt. And she makes the bet more sense because Athena is a bigger name than the TBS title, and they know it.
Yeah. It's just, it's just, and we think about, how this card just kind of seemed lackluster. I mean, AEW has been hit hard by the injury bug, so we kind of got to wonder how much of that has played into
So was Forbidden Door. Still fantastic show.
Mm-hmm.
We were thinking, how are we going to have a Forbidden Door pay-per-view without Kenny Omega? Kenny Omega is the reason for the Forbidden Door, and we did it. And DDJ got so mad he took his ball and went home.
Did he just rage quit?
I think he did rage quit.
Ah, whatever. Fuck him.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there he goes.
No, wait.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to do something and I hit the wrong button. I kicked myself out. So
we told you need to stop watching videos while you record with us, man.
Hey, man, I got faster internet now, so that shouldn't matter.
I'm not touching that Premiere if you want to. It's all yours, man.
Nope. I'll let it go.
All right.
Even though I got I'll let it go because at least I got an apology, whether it was muted or not.
Take what you can get. Now he's off camera, so he can put it away. Put it away.
Shake it more than once you're playing with it, buddy.
Quit playing with your dinghy. Anyway. I love that movie. So the AEW women's division, it needs a lot of help. Hopefully,
it needs. Look.
Oh yeah.
See, this is why I can't go to All Out with you guys,
Mark.
Because if this dude brings his title belt, we're gonna fight for it, and I'm gonna be flying back to Philly, holding a fucking new title belt.
Okay, first and foremost, I'm not one of those guys that brings a WWE replica title to an AEW show. I will not be that guy.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's good. I mean, you pretty much are the guy that would wear the T-shirt of the band that he's going to see, though. So
that I would do because I support that band,
bro. Don't be that fucking guy.
Don't be that guy. Love it. Are you just gonna hold the belt the whole time? Because it's gonna get heavy.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, yeah, my moose belt is heavy as a motherfucker. It won't even display on the wall. It's broken nails. Anyway,
what was it? Oh, that was the sound of Jovanni dropping fucking the title that he got from Moose there. Hey, you guys, you know that title belt I got from Moose? Oh, look, hey, drop there. It was a little loud.
No, Joey K, I kind of wonder what he had to do to Moose to get that belt.
Same thing you did to Taven. You already know.
Fuck you, I knew
yeah,
that.
He had to meet the Moose.
I knew that.
Anyways, the women's division is in trouble. What are we going to next, man? What else is going on in the world of wrestling?
I mean, WWE's been, putting together a string of some really good shows lately. It's Triple H's,
No. They've put together a string of some good matches, but not shows.
Okay.
You didn't like Index being back together, or at least having a moment?
I don't give a fuck about Dexter Lumis. We said that before that fucking goof got fired last time.
I never said that.
I did. He fucking sucked. You're the fucking Dexter Lumis nut hugger that's out here just like, I love Index. I love Dexter Lumis. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this guy is the fucking shits. Every time we had to talk about NXT, that's what I said. And I stand by it. Now they got him just fucking showing up, lighting shit on fire backstage, or whatever the fuck that nonsense is about.
He got to kiss Indy Hartwell again.
Let me be clear. For me, they've had some really fucking good matches that makes you want to watch Raw or SmackDown. But the shows aren't there yet. That is a slow build. They got a lot of work to do to make that a completely top to bottom watchable show again. But it's a start. It's a good start, especially to the rumor that they're redesigning title belts now. Get rid of this fucking ugly Intercontinental title. Bring back the fucking OG title.
Bring back the Winged Eagle.
Bring back the Winged Eagle.
I would have no problem with that. I like it. I'm not a fan of like, let's reinvent a title belt. Let's make it look this way. Let's make it look that way. I mean, I like some of these classic titles. If it ain't broke, you don't gotta fucking fix it, man. What, to sell some more merch? Jesus Christ, who cares? Who's buying that fucking new Intercontinental title? You tell me one fucking goofball that listens to this show that actually bought that new WWE Intercontinental title, and I'm going to show you somebody that I'm going to fly to and punch them square in the fucking face. Just on principle that they spent money on that hunk of shit.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, nobody. That thing is atrocious.
Please forward all your hate mail to @JoeKoon on Twitter, on Facebook. Jesus Christ.
Joey K's thoughts and opinions is his alone and do not reflect that of the Genres Podcast Network or Shootin' Shit.
Well, they should. They fucking should. Because,
and if we're ever asked, Jovan, who the fuck is Joey K?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I work for fucking StreamYard. So,
he's a hacker. He keeps hacking into the show weekly.
Fuck it.
Oh man.
No, I think they've had some good
Joey from Philly.
I think honestly, they're going in the right direction. Hunter being in charge, the shows are getting every week more and more watchable again. Because I was at a certain point where I didn't even give a fuck. I would delete it from my DVR before I even watched half of them.
They just brought back Gargano, dude, with Rebel Hart. I mean, I had the biggest smile.
Let's talk about that. I mean, how cool was it that nobody reported that? Nobody gave any, like, it was a complete surprise.
It was an unknown.
That moment there goes to show you just how awesome wrestling would be if we didn't have these stupid dirt sheet writers.
It's DDJ versus the Sean Ross Sapps of the world.
It is we live in a time now that, I mean, we're spoiler central. Mm-hmm. We get spoilers all the time. The Gargano return was one of those very nice moments where it's like, oh shit, Johnny came back and nobody fucking reported it. Nobody was talking about it. And I was like, it made me happy. Yeah. However, what didn't make me happy was these fucking idiots. The fucking IWC. We didn't even get video packages to build him up to bring him back. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Back.
He's back. He came back. He got a huge fucking pop.
I was just going to say that pop he got was unreal.
He's already got a fucking feud I mean, we got to see him lay out theory. I mean, what the fuck else? You wanted to see fucking spoiler vignettes so you could spend the next 3 weeks going, oh, I wonder who that's gonna be. Ooh, shut the fuck up.
The
Dude,
IWC.
you got served a fucking steak dinner on Monday night, and you're gonna complain that like
You didn't know that you were getting served a steak dinner.
I didn't have enough time to read everything on the menu. Shut the fuck up. You got a fucking delicious steak. Eat it, shut up, be fucking happy.
This the same Marks who thought that the Edge vignettes were Bray Wyatt.
Fuck.
Some of those people there. But no, I remember like I'm sitting in my living room watching this, and they come back from break. I think they were just starting with hour 3, and then you start hearing Rebel Hart, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh my god, it's just so nice.
One of the best returns.
Yeah, it was so nice to be legitimately surprised like that because, like Joey said, we don't get that hardly anymore in this age.
We knew Kenny Omega was coming.
What would these fucking fans do in like fucking 1997? These new fucking fans.
10th grade. Oh no, new fans. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, these new fans that are only like the current fucking. Oh, I only started watching wrestling 4 years ago. What would they do in 97 when the three of us were watching fucking Raw and Nitro back and forth, going, who's gonna fucking show up? Because you didn't have the fucking all the dirt sheet stuff then, like you do now. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't. It
wasn't as prevalent as
you had to go to Raja.com, which was hit or miss and would crash your fucking computer every 5 minutes.
Yeah, and like
you didn't already download stuff off LimeWire or whatever.
Right. And it's like you fucking get computer fucking aids just to try to find out who's showing up on Nitro on fucking May 22nd, 1997 or whatever. Dude, if that's an actual Monday night in May of 97, I'm gonna shit myself because I have no idea. But
it would have been one of my birthdays. So May what?
I said May 22nd, 1997. If that was an actual Monday, I just completely guessed. But anyway, besides the point, what would they do then? Because there wasn't video packages, it wasn't built up. You just get the fucking shock and surprise of somebody showing up on the show you're watching, and you're like, "Holy shit, this is great." And you know what? Fucking social media didn't exist to go bitch and complain about it. That we didn't get a video about it 3 weeks ago. So I can sit here and guess.
So I've got my calendar here for May of 1997. You said May 22nd, right?
I think I said the 22nd.
Yeah,
that was 22nd. Actually a Thursday.
Fuck. And Thunder didn't debut yet. So god damn it.
So close, so close.
But you get my point, though. Like, come on. I mean, we grew up at a time where
Hulk Hogan legitimately broke the wrestling world when he showed up at WCW.
Right. Fucking, the
Luger
NWO
showing up on the
broke
first
the
Nitro.
fucking wrestling world.
Luger on the first Nitro.
Yeah. I mean,
Medusa throwing the title away, which was big.
Yeah, all that shit that happened, we didn't have a video build up for it. And none of us would sit around, and if we even look back now, are any of us complaining that we didn't have a fucking video package to hype somebody up before they came back? No.
The way I think is, I look back on things, and I wish we could go back to, like you said, 97, in this era, and have that time frame where people, didn't have to report everything, like spoilers weren't everywhere. Because, again, just going back to the whole Johnny Gargano thing. It was so nice to be legitimately surprised. Sorry, Jovanni, what do you got?
I love that we're still fans. I mean, fuck, deep down at it, we still want to be surprised. We still like that that shock and awe.
I think the product is better when we don't know what to expect.
Yes.
Yeah. And the only one that I can remember off the top of my head seeing vignettes for them coming back, and it still was a legitimate pop. Because when this person did that, they reinvented themselves, and they were always doing this, and you'll see that throughout his career. But it was Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
The only one I can think of right now, and the best one was the Y2J, the Save Us Y2J. Those were fucking amazing.
Are you talking about when he came back in like 07 or whatever?
Yeah, the 07 comeback. then because I mean he just debuted on Raw. There was no nothing. He cuts The Rock off.
He goes, yeah. I mean, he goes promo. You know, he can stay. He goes toe to toe with The Rock and Hank, and hangs with him in a promo battle his first night in the WWE.
And his second night, he was right off the Sunday Night Heat. So there you go.
Hey man, he beat The Rock and Stone Cold on the same night.
Hey,
Back to back.
I have no qualms with that. I just, you know, but yeah, I missed the surprise to having Gargano return. That was a good surprise. That was something really good. We didn't need the vignettes and the build up and all the bullshit with it.
Told you it would get heavy.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it's not as heavy as carrying your two sorry asses.
Oh,
hey man, I lost some weight. Fuck you.
So have I.
I know you have, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Fuck both y'all. I haven't. Shit, I ain't even tried. So good on y'all.
Jamon's like, fuck you both, because
I mean,
both. I'm going back to eating my bucket of chicken.
I'm maintaining. Let me get this KFC going.
maintaining.
You got to get that.
I didn't go down, but I didn't go up.
Hey,
so there you go.
Hey,
so the quote from Bart Simpson from an episode of The Simpsons: "Do you wash yourself with a rag on a stick?"
On a stick? No. Y'all are laughing now, but hold on now.
Shit.
Big boy winter is coming. Big boy winter is coming. Ladies
All
love
right.
with them teddy bears.
We hit the hour mark for the people who are still listening to us 50 episodes in. What do we got? Did we hit everything?
I think we pretty much
I
covered
think
everything.
we pretty much did. I mean, do we have any other fun things to throw out there for everybody?
Well, I kind of want to just because again, this is a year, so we can kind of talk about just some things like, you know, noteworthy things that have happened since we started this show. But I kind of want to go back, you know, and give, you know, our listeners a little peek behind the curtain of how this show came about and stuff. You know, we all, you know, Jovanni and I, before we did this show, we did another show together, and Jovanni and I got to really know each other and developed a pretty good relationship, you know. And when certain things happened, you know, I left that show and kind of went off to do my own thing. You know, Joey K came in and took my spot, and, you know, and ran with it and did really well. And I'd gotten to know Joey K through, you know, the Pro Wrestling Tees VIP group. We'd chat here and there and stuff like that, you know. But
Time out. How am I still not part of this VIP group? You know how much money I spend on shirts?
Are you serious?
And I buy in 5XL, so they fucking rape me every time I do an order? Come on,
you can't even buy shirts at the shows anymore.
No,
yeah, what the fuck?
That sucks, dude.
Dude, you're not in the group?
I'm not in the group.
He's not. But kind of going back, you know, and it's just, I remember once Jovanni and I reconnected after, you know, everything happened with the last show, and, you know, I got to him saying, man, and we talked, like, we really like doing the show together, and we wanted to figure out a way to do something. So, you know, I kind of did some thinking, and this was right around the time I had my my first knee surgery, you know, and I was finally at a point where I was mobile enough to, I said my first knee surgery.
Shooting shit. 1 year and 3 knee surgeries later.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's like them SpongeBob time cards. 3.
You would think we're in the fucking you would think we're main eventers for AEW with as many surgeries are happening on this fucking show. Jesus Christ.
That's gonna be the name of the show now. I got it.
Going back, and I was like, you know, I talked to Jovanni, and we were like, let's figure out something we can do, because we had so much fun doing it together. And then you know, I was a fan of what Joey K did with the last show after he took over for me. I was a fan of Joey K.
I couldn't do what you were doing on the show, because I started listening to the show with the original show with you guys on it, and I was a fan of it. I would listen to it.
Appreciate that.
So I knew when I came in, when I got the chance to come in, I mean, I wasn't going to do what you did. I couldn't do it. So I had to do my own thing. And that's how we got the premiere, and me being the asshole that I am and things like that. So I wanted to do something different, because, you know, I'm not, look, I like when it comes, like, we don't kid about this. Like, this is actual serious.
This is shoot. This is a shoot. This is the shoot part of Shootin Shit.
When it comes to me throwing out some random fucking fact about something, I'll throw a fact out there, but DDJ will be like, well, that was on fucking episode 343 of Raw in, 1999 or whatever the fuck it was, like hour fucking 2, like segment 3, like that kind of shit. I couldn't do that. That's not me. I don't have that fucking just that knowledge. But I wanted to bring something different, so I was. And I think Jovanni and I really like worked really well together. We had a good time. We had a good rapport with each other. And and again, outside of this show, outside of the previous show, we would always chat. Like we always had a good friendship. We'd always talk and chat with each of you individually. So I would always have that. So when DDJ had this idea and was like, hey, how about we do this? It's a little bit of a mix of both versions of the show, but it'll be something completely different. Because obviously, if anybody ever listened to that previous show, it's a way different format, way different, subject, that way we do. But, this idea and, even our first few episodes, we really kind of were feeling where we go.
Yeah.
You guys remember like the beginning, we were edited.
Yeah.
That shit didn't last very long, did it?
No.
We went not safe for work pretty fucking quick.
We tried to be family friendly for like the first few.
We gave it a try.
We tried it and see the ironic thing about
you
us.
guys gave it a try.
And the ironic thing about us not being a not safe for work show or not family friendly is we all got kids. So we're family guys.
Oh, I speak like this. No, I don't change it up. I mean, hell, get ready for the world.
I don't want to tell everybody how terrible of a parent I am.
But, I've seen your TikToks.
Good night, everybody. Enjoy episode 51 with your next co-hosts. So we went unedited and we like worked shit out, and now it became something even evolved from where we started with the original idea. Yeah. We had different formats that we threw around and different things that we played with and stuff. And now we're at a point where number 50, a year in, and we hit our segments and topics that we want to talk about, but we do it in the most ridiculous fucking way possible sometimes. And, it's fun. Like if you listen to us, we love you. We appreciate you. But we're here to fucking have fun too. And this is our like weekly hour plus where we just rant and rave about all kinds of shit. I know, like when I come into the show, I mean, you guys have seen it. I'm the East Coast guy, so I'm always the late guy. Shit always runs later for me than you guys. But you guys see me like before we start. And I always think of this too. You guys are like this. I always think of this. There was I want to say, was it DDP talking about Scott Hall when you're like, he would come in the locker room and you're like, Scott Hall was just this tiny, frail guy. Like he never looked big or imposing backstage in the locker room. But when he hit that fucking curtain, he was just this giant superhuman. And you guys know that. Like, I'll come in and sometimes I'm like, yo, I just woke up. I'm fucking exhausted. Like, I worked all day. I had the kids, whatever it was. And then, but we get to the show. It's like, go, go, go. Like, because we have fun. We make each other laugh.
Work all day, be waking up from a nap, be getting off your girl or...
Jesus Christ. But like you know what I'm saying, like we joke and we have fun, and we always amp it up, we always have a good time. So the show has evolved in the past year, and I mean, to be honest with you, we don't get a lot of negative feedback.
Nope.
I mean, it's in fact, I don't really know much negative feedback we get at all.
No, people like it. People who listen like it. We're a hit in Yugoslavia.
But see, the thing
for all 4 of you that listen to us, you like us. And I'm happy about that.
For all of our family members, you're the best.
Yeah. You guys really do love us for sitting through this train wreck half the time. But no, we just like to have fun. I mean, this is fun for us, the way we talk about wrestling. And, the funniest part was when we named the show.
Yeah.
The name, and from where we started with the first few episodes to where we are now, it has absolutely evolved into the title of This Is Just Us Shooting Shit. Like we really do. Because even so, and people don't know this, our fucking chats that we have during the week, our group chat that we're going back and forth with is literally like this. I mean, we just say, actually, we say way more ridiculous shit than actually is on the show. But I mean, there's some. I mean, you think that Jovan fucking? You think that Jovan doesn't like Chase Owens?
You can only hear what he says about him.
We know just how much he really fucking hates Chase Owens.
I burned that micro figure, and it gave me such a euphoric feeling in the bottom of my soul.
Was it like Randy Marsh in that internet episode where he got busted on a computer?
Oh my god!
Yes, 110%.
And we just fight we have a good time, and then we tone some things down, but for the most part, we don't like to, because this is just how we are. We like to talk like this. We always joke like this. We all have a sense of humor that goes along this line here, and it's fun for us, man. We love doing it. So
and I'd like to think about how this show is kind of helping strengthen the bonds that we have with each other, because we talk about, like Jovan and I have been talking about the last couple of shows, how we're going to be at All Out. We're going to the GCW Art of War show. I mean, it's really cool, like, that we get to do these shows, hang out at these shows in person. Like, I know you guys did, was it Final Battle last week?
Final Battle. Yeah.
That weekend, I was with both you
crazy
my God,
guys. Yeah.
I almost
and your rental car stories were the best.
Christ, dude.
Jeez, man.
Oh, that was
so terrible.
So fucking brutal.
I'll tell you this, though. I do appreciate the state of, affairs for Chicago O'Hare Airport, because while they didn't let me sleep at the terminal as I would have preferred, I got to sleep on the lower level with the fucking bums until I was able to get onto my plane. So that was fucking amazing. They did better than Baltimore, that tried to throw me out in the fucking rain. So I had to stay in between coming in and out before the lady kept trying to throw me out. So yeah, it was fucking amazing. And then that's so many stories at these airports due to wrestling events, but it's amazing. It's fantastic.
I'll leave it on this. For those stories that we have that way, very fun. I know you boys are going to have a great time all out weekend, but stick with us, because when we actually get to Mania 40 in Philadelphia,
Jesus,
the preliminary plans that we have been laying out for WrestleMania week in Philadelphia have been pretty awesome. And
I hope you got good homeowners insurance, Joey K.
I am upping my policy the week you get here. And not just you two, but our other three fucking chucklehead friends.
Over
Jesus, from the SGS guys.
So if you listen to us and enjoy us, listen to SGS. Listen to Such Good Shoot. We love those guys. They're fucking great. They're fantastic. And I might as well just say it. The plan is, as of this point, that all six of us will be at my house under one roof.
Yep.
Literally ready to fucking record and have a great time for Mania. So
how far are you from the arena where Mania is going to be that year?
I can get to the link in 35 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm outside the city, but I mean, the last Phillies game we went to, we were at Citizens Bank, which the sports complex is all in the same parking lots and stuff. So we got to sit the bank in like 40 minutes easily. So, and that was for
what's
July
public transportation look like getting them back, just in case we're a little too.
Oh yeah, so we'll be good. Now we might have to we might just fucking rent a van to carry all of this.
Oh my god, we need to get a big fucking white rape van.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Just imagine all of us coming out of a big fucking white red van.
Free,
Oh man,
free bikes painted on the side, free bicycle,
Ah,
free candy,
you got
painted down
Isaac's
the
ice
side.
cream.
photo on the windows, free ice cream.
Fucking Isaac driving it, hanging out the window.
You guys want ice cream?
Yeah, you guys want ice cream? Yeah, y'all good? All right, we got water ice back here too,
I
baby.
got a popsicle for you.
I got a popsicle for you. Oh my god.
Jesus. So
Need to
yeah,
make that
that's our
happen.
preliminary plan. We're working the details. We got a year plus to iron it all out. But stick with us because plenty of great content will be coming, and just getting to that fucking train wreck of a week that's going to happen. It's going to make all this worth it, I assure you.
Yes. Gentlemen, I would be remiss if I didn't remember and look back here after a whole year being here with you guys on this show and this platform. Man, when we all started, I mean, I met DDJ at a Starcast and didn't even really know who he was. I just happened to bump into him and was like, who is this Mark with the pink MJF shirt and fucking MJF scarf? But then, we were put into contact by the powers that be from the old show, and it was one of those, oh, this guy's pretty cool, and we actually had a small conversation during Starcast, so it was pretty cool that we met without really knowing.
And I remember when you told me that, I didn't even remember that, so you kind of filled me in. I was like, oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude, I've got a great memory. But and then like DDJ said, powers that be, things happened at the old show. DDJ left and we needed a new person, so we did the Star Search. And that Star Search got us the premier Joey K, who won the job poolside while talking shit about all the other guys that were trying to be in that
I
seat.
remember hearing about that.
Those videos were hilarious, man.
And not only that, dude, there was some guys there that were little special needs. We're not going to say who, but fucking Joey K pulled no punches. Everybody got it.
Now you're making me sound like a big dick. Look, I'll put it like this. Everybody signed up. Everybody was fucking fair game.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
I will admit, there was a couple people that I did hold back on how far I would go.
Oh, yeah.
Out of respect. And because, look, very sweet guys, very sweet people that I'm still friendly with to this day. But I can't let them off that easy.
Yeah, they had to get a little bit.
So I might not have fucking rubbed their dick in the dirt like I did to some of the other guys, but I still gave them a good fucking nut tap here and there. So, hey, I just rewatched some of those videos the other day, by the way, too, because they're still saved on my phone.
Did you get
some of the shit that I said to these guys, holy fuck, dude! I was like, what? I'm like, how fucked up was I doing these? Because there was some scorched earth shit. Shout out especially to our boy Oscar.
Oh my god, poor Oscar.
Me and Oscar were going back and forth.
It got down to them two, and Joey K went scorched earth on him, dude. Fuck.
All in love, because you know what was the funniest part of that was afterwards, like we would message back and forth. I'm like, hey man, I love you, dude. Like you're great, like just just having fun, like we're just doing it the character of the premiere. And he was like, oh no, I get it, totally cool. And we were good. We're friends to this day, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I went pretty fucking hard on some of these guys.
You did.
Jesus Christ.
It was a great thing to watch. And the sad thing is,
and a few people, as I recall, will remain nameless, but I know a few people were very insulted by me. Very insulted.
Some of these people, and I don't want to say names, but there was some people who, where we found out they were bitch made real quick in that little Star Search. So for the ones who thought they were doing something big, and then the premiere goes scorched earth, and then you turn bitch made, I'm sorry about you. I mean, you have people who took it and tried to fight back like Oscar did, or there was a couple of others who were trying to hit back at him, but then There was no answer to him, man. He was undeniable. He
I-
was Cody Rhodes.
I don't want to.
Undesirable, but unfucking deniable.
I'm not gonna talk myself up this way, but how it played out for those people who'd never seen these videos was like, you ever watch some of those mid 80s Tyson matches where fucking it's Mike Tyson going against fucking Lou Jones from
Mike
fucking
Tyson versus Little Mac
Little
and
Mac.
Punch Out.
Oh, dude.
Some of them, yeah.
They were like, I'm gonna do this. I can come back at you. I'm like, the fuck you can. You are fucking spare parts, bud. I am gonna fucking tear you a new asshole, and I did.
You should have seen their faces, DJ. They were so demoralized because he would do it in the house, and they were demoralized. But when he did it poolside, everybody just fucking shit their pants, and that was it.
And my favorite comment was, I guess you're at home writing scripted stuff. I'm like, and I would fire back literally 60 seconds later with another like a 45-second video clip of me going, oh, you think this is fucking scripted? And I would just go off again and chew him a new ass for another minute. And then I'd wait for a response. And then I'd do it all over fucking again. And yeah, that was a good time, man. That was a fucking fun time. But like I said, sometimes I did feel bad about some of the stuff.
Maybe we should do that again. Well, we might do a shooting shit host versus fans thing where we do just promo battles. That might be fun.
Do you really want to break people's hearts that way? Do you really?
No, we don't want to lose what few fans we have.
The fucking 6 people that like us right now, and if I have to fucking shoot 2 of them a new fucking asshole, fucking rim to rim, it's gonna be really hard for them to want to fucking stay subscribed to our YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
We're big in Nova
By the
Scotia,
way,
man.
don't forget to like and subscribe.
Maybe I should do a fucking cameo. Maybe I should do cameos of, hey,
as the premiere.
Just as the premiere, you just give me a couple things about you, and I am gonna fucking ruin your life.
Well,
That's
you'll
what I'm
do
gonna
a lot better than the guy that we booked alongside with Mance that didn't get put on air.
Let's wrap this up because I want to hear. Nah. So one question I have for you guys here, and this is something I kind of thought about, since we've been doing this for about a year. Hey, wrestling wise, what's been like your favorite wrestling moment over the last year that we've done this show?
Wow, that's actually a really hard question.
Yeah, there's been a lot that's happened this past year, dude.
You know, for me, it's actually it's pretty easy, and that was last year's All Out because for you guys know that I won the suite that Pro Wrestling Tees was giving away, and it was like the coolest.
Oh wait, you won that suite?
Yeah,
Pro Wrestling Tees suite.
Yeah.
Oh, just drop that again there.
I'm gonna drop you. You keep it up. But no, and the reason why I say that is because I was able to bring a lot of my friends. I was my wife came, and the best part was being able to see my son watch his first wrestling show and stuff. And he was getting into it. Poor little guy. He made it almost all the way. My wife and son left about halfway through Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage because 1, he was getting tired, and 2, my wife didn't want to carry him down those stairs, and 3, they wanted to beat the traffic out, which she told me she did and stuff. And it's just being able to be the reason why so many people enjoyed themselves at the show. It was like just a cool feeling to have. So that was mine was All Out last year.
I mean, I'll give you mine. I mean, if we're talking like match wise and stuff, that's one thing, but experience wise, and I'll tell you the only thing missing was DDJ, but going to Final Battle was Final A. It was a fucking phenomenal show. B,
yes, it was.
And again, we're all in different fucking states here, so it's not every day we all get together, like have oh, let's go hang out, let's do this, let's go to this show, whatever. It's always got to be planned. It's always got to be something big. So having Jovanni there though was great. Picking your ass up at the movie theater
in the fucking hood.
in the
Baltimore
fucking
do
hood,
better.
and then drop you back off at the fucking airport so you can fly out to see DDJ the next day. It was a great show, a great experience. It was original Ring of Honor's last show.
Yep.
And getting to have 2/3 of us there was great. It would have been great if DDJ could come. That would have been even better. But yeah, like just having that was probably my experience of the past year.
Oh, beautiful, gentlemen. Damn it. There's things that happened in the past year in wrestling that I didn't think I would see. Close friend of mine finally winning a world title that was due because he never won that big one. That was really special.
Oh, wait, hold on. Go ahead.
I didn't do it. I'm not doing it.
No, you can do it. Go ahead. You can do it.
Seeing there that drop went. Seeing the pop Cody Rhodes got at WrestleMania was amazing.
Huge.
But guys, it's hard to beat seeing something that you never thought you would see.
Wee Man body slamming Sami Zayn.
Yes, exactly. No, Chris Pontius's ass. No, come on. I'm definitely going AEW Revolution, CM Punk's entrance. For those of us who knew what was going on, from those of us who heard the music start up and started losing our shit and singing, that moment was for the fans.
That's a good one.
I'm not even a real Punk fan like that, but that was just a ROH fan all together coming out. It was beautiful.
Well, that reminds me. Next episode, I got a surprise for you guys.
Ooh,
you'll see. You already got the teaser picture, so that's coming.
Ooh.
Episode 51.
Teaser. Episode 51.
Oh, stay tuned, folks.
Joey K goes full frontal.
You're gonna see way more of the premiere than you thought you ever want to see.
Oh, God.
You might puke a little bit, but that's okay.
I think I'm already ready to puke.
Shit, let's wrap this up. Episode 51. We're officially titling this 1 year, 3 knee surgeries later, the Shootin Shit anniversary show. Two, excuse me. We ducked the third one.
Yes, I got really lucky. That one.
1 year and 2 knee surgeries later, the Shootin Shit anniversary show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying this long with us. After the normal hour, we gave you a little peek behind the curtain into us and how it's been this hour for the last 30 minutes. So we want to thank all y'all for listening. We want to thank, of course, the guys in catering, the ladies down there in payroll. We want to thank the Johners Podcasting Network for proudly sponsoring us 9 out of 10 days. The SGS Collective for always holding us down. I want to thank the Premier Joey K for being here every day. DDJ, Mr. All Day. And finally, I want to thank myself for being fucking awesome because I'm Mike Awesome. This is Shootin Shit. Good night, everybody.
Is that what your mommy tells you?
Damn right it is.
Hey.
Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Follow the show on Twitter at SHOOTINSHT, and thanks for listening.